I'm relying on you to kind of tell me what's going on here.
You good. Don't worry. And we get game 1 here. I don't know where they're going to go. I'm very curious to see where these players choose to start.
Yeah, I mean, they both are going to be generally killing off the side. So I don't really know that going to Green Hill benefits one of them more than the other. And I don't think any of the other stages really do either, at least. So
I think the advantage Beez has here is the versatility of, yes, you know, they both have very powerful horizontal kill power, and just like that, Beez starting off with a white, blue, and 2 purples, a very solid starting lineup.
That's such a good starting lineup.
Great poke with white, solid grab with blue, and great damage output with purple. But my point with the versatility is, yes, both characters have very great horizontal kill options, and they both have, you know, pretty sizable vertical kill. I think, you know, Olimar has the much more reliable vertical kill options, so picking a stage like PS2, whereas, you know, it's a relatively neutral stage and both characters can, you know, work really well on it. I think Olimar is going to very slightly benefit from that ceiling a little bit more, but just like that, Zhime finally up air of his own to take the first stock in the set.
Yeah, the one thing you guys have single yellow right now. The one thing I was interested in, and I guess we'll see it a little bit later, is I don't know whether Zelda can up throw up air as Olimar. She can do that quite a lot of the cast, and as we talked about, her up air is brutal. That's the second time that Beez has held it 8 on that FO, so that's something he's going to need to kind of watch out for, because if you weren't ready for it, Zelda will murder you if you give her free throw combos with that forward.
Absolutely. Beez, unfortunately, looking a little lost here. Kind of not really unable to find his footing. Zhime kind of really getting a lot of his follow-ups, a lot of free punishes here. You know, not really he's kind of getting mixed up on his throws, and his DI is not looking the best here. Hopefully, as he plays out the set and kind of gets a feel for the character more, he can find those options in those situations where it's super favorable to him.
Yeah, and that was unfortunate. He got the up smash. We got it with the red one, so just going Pikmin there. It's so rare I see like a Zelda spiteful people, but that's kind of what this feels like right now. It feels like Beez is just... Zhime isn't necessarily in his face, but he's always threatening him. There's no chance to set up right now.
Yeah, it's very hard for Olimar to get in on this character, I believe, just because she has a lot of active hitboxes to kind of block out approaching Pikmin stuff, even just with her neutral B to reflect them back. You know, a lot of times when Olimar kind of throws with Pikmin, he really is just for lash damage, unless it's a purple, that's really his approach. But even then, I believe Zelda dash attack beats it, or at least, at the very least, clanks with it, so it kind of doesn't make it as reliable as a approach for Olimar.
Yeah. And, I mean, just a character with such fast, like, off-me options like Zelda, even if you do get a Pikmin latch, it's not like you're going to see Zelda kind of, you know, scrambling to figure out, what do I do to get this thing off me? You just auto-cancel dance, and you'll auto-cancel neighbors, it'll be fine. And that's usually not something that Olimar can even punish from that far away, if you get that situation in the first place. So,
but lays it 3 times and gets the hitbox out just in time. Beez, yeah, I feel like he kind of just has to get a footing on what the pressure is and kind of just know what's safe and what's not safe to do. Oh, he's gonna survive it. Olimar is, for as small as he is, he's quite the heavy little astronaut.
Yeah, he's tankier than you would think.
He's definitely a heavy boy.
Yep, he gets rid of that, so we do have Sifty on deck now. And he gets the back air, but...
finds the fair.
Okay, let's see what he can do.
The Siffy is out in full force right now. This could be his saving grace, you know.
Yeah, all Mass tells me about is how scary single flower yellow is, so let's see it. But
Beez, how scary Beez with a single flower yellow is, but unfortunately,
not much you can do once you get grabbed by Zelda at 170.
What is his shirt? What does Beez's shirt say? I feel like Beez's shirt says some meme shit on it.
It almost definitely does.
It's I have never I don't know.
Yeah, we need to lean back again. But where do we go here? Like, I feel like
go here.
Even if he's considering, it looks like he is kind of thinking through more than just the middle 3. So he's debating actually kind of thinking through once. Okay, he is gonna go to Green Hill, which is gonna give him better kill power, and there's less room for Zhime to get away. But at the same time,
just the raw run up grab.
Yeah,
he just did fucking. He's like, come here.
Yeah. I mean, he's trying. I don't know.
You gotta let it rip sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, it's like I feel
the
like
simplest is sometimes the best. You never know.
Yeah, and when you just lost a game like that, I feel like sometimes that's the move. Is like, let me try to start off with momentum and get a hard lead, and that way I can kind of reset the situation and have a better start to the next game. Zhime is still just on top of them.
Yeah. Oh, and finds the red bear.
Yeah, Zelda barely makes it. Wow.
Great recovery on Zelda.
Yeah.
Very long distance. But yeah, just also the build off what you're saying there. Just sometimes, like, when you put, like, a character like Olimar, and even with Zelda, too, like, you could say the same for her, it's a character that when you look at, you kind of expect them just to kind of sit back and, throw their projectiles. You expect Olimar to kind of just, when he doesn't have a blue out, maybe just throw out a Pikmin. But all of a sudden, when he's just dashing at you up in your face and going for a raw run-up grab, like, it kind of throws you off every so often because it's kind of a mix-up to what the norm for the character of what you're expecting is to be.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm absolutely not shook by it. So far, he's still maintained control of pretty much this entire game. He's just really struggling to find his way in right now. He's between the dins and then the fast, close-range hitboxes that Zhime is able to throw out on short notice. He gets saved there by dins coming back, but this is just rough so far. That should be everything else.
He's looking a little better this game, though. He's kind of really finding his footing in neutral a little more. He's not letting Zhime just kind of get a lot of free punishes here. He's keeping the stocks relatively close. Zhime with a 100% lead here, but, both 3 stocks apiece. And, with a character like Olimar, like, if you kind of really let him find his footing and let his Pikmin stay out for a long point, like, this flowered red Pikmin, like, a solid bear, it's probably going to take the stock here.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is, like, Olimar is going to be easier to fight the better you're already doing because of the fact that you're not letting him get those flowers. And likewise, if you've been getting 4 stock by an Olimar, that last stock is going to suck because all he has are flowers. So the fact that he's keeping it closer already is hopefully going to make it even easier for him to continue doing well for the rest of this game.
With an Olimar like Beez, who kind of really looks for a specific Pikmin and really knows what he wants, like, I guess, build, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, like he's picking them for the job. He's not just taking, like, oh, this is what happened to come up, I guess I'll use it. He knows what the strengths of each of them are. He's trying to set them up accordingly so he has the right one at the right time, or if he doesn't want it in his lineup at all, he's getting rid of it.
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely helps. If it could be looked as a comeback mechanic. That in itself, it's good. It's not super important, but, like, I know Beez is someone who likes to hold on to Pikmin when he has, like, a favorable lineup, whereas other Olimars are just like, these are fucking expendable little carrot dudes. I'm gonna throw them like a motherfucker.
Yeah, other Olimars are definitely much more psyche heavy. They're just like, this is damage and it makes you mash something to get it off, and I can use that to approach. Whereas Beez is a lot more conservative about it because those are also a resource that he's trying to conserve.
And right there on that, while Zhime was dying off the top right there, you could see he was throwing away the blues and he was farming for reds. He has 2 reds that he's kind of waiting to flower. Oh my god, wait! He was waiting for the pop out, but, like, through that he unintentionally killed one of the Pikmin.
Yeah, that was so funny. And that was, I don't know if Zhime was hoping that Beez would be holding down on the grab release, because when you're getting grab release at the ledge, you can choose whether you hold up or down, and it'll change kind of where you go after you get grab release.
Yeah.
But that would have been such a sick setup if he was able to grab release him into the good spot. But right now,
flowered red here.
At them. Only got the 1 Pikmin, but red does do a lot of damage. Okay.
Oh, the back throw is gonna take it.
Yeah. Down 2-0, but much closer game too. I feel like Beez is starting to do a better job of finding his openings and getting a little bit more damage off of them, which is good. I could see him going back. I could see... Yeah, I can see Fog makes sense too. You get the same benefits in terms of small sides, but you also have those platforms to help you move as well. But on the other hand, if Zhime sets up on those platforms, he's so scared. The teleport cancels, and then Dins is able to control even more space, so definitely a bit of a double-edged sword there.
Absolutely, but Zhime opening up pretty strong here, kind of finding these sharking opportunities on the platform, getting under Beez. Olimar, I feel like, is a character that you definitely want to keep above you, because he has very little options to get down with. He definitely has his tricky movement with like he's like gutty, like he has very tricky whistle movement. He's going to be wave bouncing it back and forth to kind of mix up his landing. But other than that, he really just has dare. So if you can keep Olimar above you and just shark him out with really good up airs and up tilts and just moves like that, it's going to be really hard for him to find his footing and just kind of be able to take a lead in the game.
He gets the down throw with the yellow. Oh, really good. I mean, first of all, great combo, but also all of that wouldn't have worked if he had his Pikmin in the opposite order. So it's great management there to know that, like, you get the throw with the weak one, you get the aerial with the stronger one, and then you get the edge guard with the yellow, which is the fastest aerial you can get from.
Oh, nice din into there.
Beautiful, yeah.
Sledger. Oh, he pops it in his face real quick.
Yeah, these orbitals are so intimidating if you're Beez right now, because like they're trying to come down, but also getting hit by any part of that dim is what it's set up for them to get up there. Good call out. The same stuff we saw Zhime doing. Great call out. Yeah. This is the same stuff we saw earlier against Malachi, where he said you call out like Zhime really likes to teleport into you instead of next to you. If you put out an active hitbox, it will win.
Yep, Olimar, great nair, great up tilt. He has really solid like options and normals to really answer that really kind of hold forward approach. But Zhime kind of finding an in there and being able to rack up a little percent and slowly building up that lead again while Beez very shortly had it.
Yeah, and the thing is that like those reads were really helpful. Oh, that was.
Gotta go for it sometimes.
Yeah. And I was gonna say the problem is that like those reads are they're helping him get a better punish game, but if you're not getting Zhime into disadvantage, it's not gonna do anything for you. And that's the problem. The Zhime is such a wall for these to get through right now. Just not successfully getting him into the area where he has to teleport in the first place. Yeah,
great edge cancel. Doesn't realize he got it though when he air dodges up for it.
Okay, this is one grab, one down tilt, one pretty much anything away from death right now. Oh, he up tilts him into the dins.
Zelda, I know the feeling. F smash into bacon. Oh, my heart.
Yeah. Okay, yep, he has to telecancel him down. He's tried to call that down smash, and he does get the stock for it.
Beez has great last stock Pikmin. I don't know, flowered purple and red.
It's no single flower yellow, but if you want damage, this is the lineup. Red is also extremely good on shield because it does extra damage, but it's not going to matter. Zhime takes it out with a 3-0. So Zhime is going to move on to the top 8 bracket. He's basically playing in the lower bracket, which I think the lower bracket is going to have some alternative rule sets, and also. I don't know if we've mentioned this so far, but the stakes for the winner of the All Fundies League is $1,000 pot to a charity in